Hello everyone, I hope all of your summers are treating you very well, especially as this class comes to a close. Do you guys have any plans for the summer? I do. I love to travel over the summer, and usually I would be traveling internationally, but because of COVID, I'm not allowed to do so. So this summer, I have plans to go to Michigan, Maine, and St. Petersburg, Florida. The more I travel and see how amazing our Earth is, the more I have appreciation for all the ecosystems that work together to produce it and sustain it. Unfortunately, we are seeing a steep decline in the health of our Earth at an exponential rate. Ever since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in between the 1780s and 1830s, we have been polluting the Earth with smog, chemicals, and waste. According to National Geographic, pollution is defined as the introduction of harmful materials into the environment. There are three main types of pollution: air, water, and land. I'm going to give you a couple examples of what each one is. Man-made air pollution includes exhaust from cars, factories, and the burning of fossil fuels. But there are also natural factors like volcanic eruptions that shoot gases and ash into the atmosphere and kill the land around it. Water pollution includes petroleum leaks like the BP oil spill in the Gulf of 2010, the pesticides running into the groundwater, and chemical waste disposal in bodies of water, which is highly illegal, but medical companies still do it anyways. Lastly, land pollution includes pesticides like DDT sprays and landfills that leak into the Earth's crust. This is a global crisis that has been put on the back burner for way too long. Something needs to be done in order to save our Earth. We're at the point where we cannot reverse the changes that we have done, but we can stop and try and let the Earth regenerate itself as much as possible. The steps that we can take are help encourage companies to go green or only support companies that are green, recycle and buy recycled items to lessen your carbon footprint, and make small changes in your life that have huge impacts. So to start off, all companies at this day and age should be green or going green. Since the Industrial Revolution started the pollution of our Earth, it is only right for the biggest change to be coming from those companies, especially because they have the power to do so as well as the resources and money. According to Conserve Energy Future, there are 17 large companies that made the promise to be going green by 2020. Some examples of this are Dell, by allowing the give back of different technological equipments to reduce the toxic waste it could create by sitting in a landfill. Google, by installing windmills and solar panels for their energy. Tesla Motors, by manufacturing all electric powered cars, reducing air pollution, and they're very cost friendly. And lastly, the Bank of America, by cutting paper waste by 32% in the last 5 years and promoting online banking and starting an international recycling program that saves equivalently 200,000 trees. The second point that I bring to you is recycling or buying/using recycled items. A phrase that I'm sure you've heard many times before is reduce, reuse, recycle, but recycling couldn't be stressed enough. If your city doesn't provide you with a recycling bin where you live at home, then ask for one. And something simple that you can also do is using paper straws. Choosing to buy recycled items when shopping is super important because it encourages manufacturers to only produce items that are reusable or from reusable materials. This also creates less factory-produced items and lowers the amount of smog that gets produced into the atmosphere from those factories. It also saves water and money and creates more jobs. The third point that I have to bring you to today is deciding to make small changes to reduce your own carbon footprint and pollutants that you put into this earth. As I come to a conclusion, there are a few steps that I can give you so that you can stop polluting the earth. A lot of things that are polluting the earth you may not even think about or have thought about at all as polluting our earth, but I'm here to help inform you. So because cars are such a large emission into our air polluting factors, one way that you can reduce your carbon footprint is to use public transports or bikes as much as possible. Another thing is bringing a reusable bag to the grocery store. instead of using all of those plastic bags or paper bags, because even sometimes the paper bags don't get recycled properly and will still sit in a landfill. So bringing your own reusable bags is a great way to help stop pollution. Thirdly, stop smoking. It emits carbon into the atmosphere that takes away a layer of our ozone, and it's also for your health too. Fourthly, reduce fireworks and fires in your home without a filter on your chimney. This also goes back to releasing carbon into the atmosphere. Another way you can reduce your carbon footprint is avoid using Roundup or other chemicals on your yard. These can seep into the earth and also into our water systems, creating polluted water. Lastly, spread the word and encourage others to recycle, reuse, and reduce products. The more people that get on board, the healthier our earth will be. In conclusion, our earth is crying out in pain that we are putting it through. Companies have already started reducing their pollution on earth, but it also takes individual effort and choice to be committed to reducing the carbon footprint that we create. I have suggested some ways that you can do so, and please do not be stagnant. If there's anything that I have said today that has sparked any type of interest in you in the slightest, please do some research to see how you can further help our planet. Thank you so much for listening to us today.